my dears, and welcome back to my channel. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Pamela and I put out beauty related videos like once or twice a week. So today's video is going to be on my current everyday makeup routine. I like to make these videos every now and then just to sort of update what I've got going on in my collection. I am the kind of makeup enthusiast where I will purchase something that I've seen reviews or read about and sort of use it up until I don't have any more and then replace it with something new, because I'm always down to try new products, but I'm also in that place where I can't just spend, money to try something out. That's just not the kind of person I am, and I have learned lately that if something doesn't work for me, girl, bye. You're going back to the store. One thing that I love to use on an everyday basis is multitasking palettes. Well, if you know me and if you've been watching my channel for like a minute here, I love palettes that have, eyeshadows, blushes, bronzers, highlights. If I can have a one-stop shop within a palette, I'm gonna buy it. Like, that's just the kind of person that I am. I do love the Emily Noel The Needs palette, and that thing is completely fallen apart on me because I like it so much. And then I recently won a giveaway where I obtained this little guy, and this is a Profusion eye and cheek palette. I'm not gonna lie, when I first saw this, I judged this so bad. Like, I was like, this is not something that's gonna work for me. And I have heard really good things about Profusion makeup because it's inexpensive and the quality is pretty decent for how inexpensive it is, but again, I judged it because how can you not judge this? Like, you think bulky packaging, plastic, a brush included inside, and you're just thinking like this is just not gonna. Boy, was I wrong. I was so wrong, and I'm not ashamed to admit that I was so wrong about this. Like, never judge a book by its cover, people. Take that lesson from me. This is really, really good in my opinion. And I'm not doing a review on this because I honestly don't think it's something that needs to be reviewed, but I do want to give my 2 cents on this before I start this tutorial. Everything in here is so beautifully laid out. You've got warm tones on this side, cool tones on this side. Obviously you can mix and match any which way you'd like. I love the way that every single one of these colors performs. Now, the palette has a very distinct, nostalgic childhood smell, in my opinion. This smells like makeup that I got for like Christmas one year in middle school from like one of those Secret Santa things in like a drama class. Yes, very specific because that's how it went down. It smells exactly like that kit that I got, so I'm not mad at it because it reminds me of my childhood. There I go sniffing it again. On top of the fact that all of the shades in here are quite nice, this brush is gold. Like, this is a really, really nice brush. I love this fluffy end. It's very, very soft, very good quality. I have not washed it, so I don't know if it's gonna shed on me, but I do like what it's doing. And this flat part right here is really, really nice to pack in some of those dark colors in the outer edge. So overall, I'm really impressed. If you've tried anything from Profusion or like anything that you could recommend, I'm not gonna lie, I'd like to maybe pick up one more palette just to give it another round, because like I said, I was decently surprised as to how nice the quality for this little cheap looking palette is. I don't mean cheap like the eyeshadows are cheap, because they have a really good formula here. I mean cheap like this bulky packaging is cheap, so. But that's all the babbling that I want to do, because if I continue to sit here and babble, this will be a million years long. So let's just get right into this. Yes.
Okay, so here's my bare face, all washed, moisturized, and prepped. I'll leave all that stuff down below if you're curious. So first things first, I'm gonna go in with my e.l.f. Instant Brow Pencil. I absolutely love this thing. I rave about it all the time. Yes, 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 very, very good. Okay, now I'm going to go in with concealer, and I'm using 2 of the same ones. They're the Catrice Camouflage Concealer, I guess, and I'm using a lighter shade, and then I go back in with a little bit of a darker shade just to sort of match it to my face color. Then I'm going to take this AOA Studio brush. This is a SHOPMISSA brand, a very inexpensive brush, and it works wonders. And I'm going to use that to literally blend this out all over my face. I'm going to take a little bit of my Essence Brighten Up Banana Powder and set my concealer. I don't want any creasing, so I'm just going to make sure that I lock that into place all day long. Also, I am using a very, very light hand because I've got dry skin. Now I'm going to go in with the J.Cat Beauty Aquassurance Powder Foundation. This stuff is amazing, and I'm basically going to take my Makeup Geek buffing brush and literally buff this all over my face as if it were a mineral powder. Moving on to bronzer, I'm using the Butter Bronzer, and I decided to use this fan brush today to bronze my skin just to see if it would I don't know, it would perform better. I'm not really sure why I chose to use this brush, but it did a really nice job. And if you can hear Cecilia, she lives here too. Now I'm going to go into the highlighter in this eye and cheek palette from PROFUSION here, and as you can see, it's a very, very, very nice looking highlighter. It does accentuate my texture just a tad, but to be fair, I did shave my face about a week ago, and sometimes after I shave my face, I have a little bit of texture. For blush, I'm going to mix the two that I just pointed to, and I'm going to apply that right onto the apples of my cheeks and sweep that back towards the hairline. Now I'm going to go in with my Mari Badescu facial spray. This is the citrus one, and oh man, this smells so good. Going back to that PROFUSION eyes and cheek palette, and I'm just going to take that lighter brown in the palette and apply this into the crease. As you can see, they are very, very powdery eyeshadows. However, I feel like they perform pretty well, even if they are extremely powdery. As you can see, there is a little bit of pigment there, and it's soft enough for me to rock on a day-to-day basis. Now I'm going to pick up a little bit of this darker color that was just right underneath the first shade I used on that same brush, and I packed it on, and then I blended it in just to give it a softer, more blended out look. Then I went in with that very top shade. It's kind of like a creamy yellow color, and I used that to blend out the edges of those first two shades that I used. Then I went in with this darker color on the flat shader end of this brush, and as you can see, it's pigmented. I applied just a little bit of this very, very softly into the outer corner just to give my eye a little bit more definition. Then I went back to the other side and blended it all out. For the lower lash line, again, same brush, and I just mixed the first two shades that I used together, and I started to apply that onto the lower lash line, and then I realized if I pinched the brush, it would work a little bit better and deposit color in only the areas that I wanted to apply these colors to, so worked out pretty well if you ask me. Then I went in with that really pretty bronzy golden shade, and I applied that all over my lid here. Then I took this beautiful lighter champagne gold color and I applied that in the inner corners to highlight, well, my inner corner. Look at that. Then I applied mascara. I always start with the bottom lashes, and then I went ahead and applied it to the top lashes. Last but not least, I'm going in with a little bit of this lip balm. This is one of those new ones from Physicians Formula. I picked mine up in the shade Brazilian Nut. And as you can see, I am gently tapping this because it deposits a lot of color and a lot of product, and a little bit definitely goes a long way. All right, cue in the beauty montage and the final look.
Now there goes a sight from my soul. And that's all I've got for you guys today, so hopefully you enjoyed my little updated everyday go-to look, because I sure have been loving the way all of these products perform on my face. I think everything looks really, really nice without it being too dramatic or over the top. I think that this year, 2019, will be the year that we all just focus on skin and make our skin look beautiful and smooth and radiant and just minimal eyeshadow looks. Last year was like eyeshadow palette galore, and this year I feel like we're gonna take a step back and work on our complexion a little bit more, and I'm all for that. I am ready to have beautiful skin all day, every day. So, yeah, if you like this video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and spread my love for makeup, and I will see you guys no, I'll see you guys next week. Let's be real. I'll see you next week for One Palette for a Week series. Yeah. Bye-bye. 'Cause it's